know what? Tired of niggas. Yo, man. I'm taking the max tag. You're not a commissioner on Madden. We don't need you. You don't help. Yo, whoever watching right now, post, send me that shit. Post that shit in the chat, cuz I can't find it, so I can what's the name of everybody. Whoever is tuned in right now, help a brother out. Who that watching right now? You catch me? If you can.
You out.
Yo, post this in the chat. Post this in a real drive chat for me, Hollywood. I can't get it to come up on my shit. Simmer. There we go. There we go. A-T fucking L. A-T
ATL.
L. Now let me do the share thing myself. Alright. Come one, come all. Let's fall in line. See what's going on out down. All right, nigga, the real draft is back, bitch. Let's go. It's going to fuck down. Very informative show today. On all aspects of everything. Let's talk about some of the changes that's been made to the real draft league. While everybody's coming in, let's get to it. The first and foremost, let's just show some love to the Super Bowl champion in Hollywood, Sean, taking the Cleveland Browns in season 2024 and taking them boys from a wild card game all the way to the title game, beating the shit out of the Saints in the Super Bowl. As we unfold and everybody, cheering and they doing their thing out there in Cleveland. They happy they got themselves a Super Bowl champion in the world. Everybody else from the states that their team is in the United States of America, the other 31 teams are now looking to improve themselves to become a better football program, a better football franchise. I say it that way. We're not dealing with college football right this second. For the 2025 season. Now, year one is done. Year two is available. So now, through a long season of year one of a lot of inactive coaches not really getting on the game to play, locked into the college, we needed the college to get to at least where we at now, 3 seasons, because of how we do our league. Now, I'm not going to explain all that. If you're in the league, you understand what our draft looks like. And the draft is finished now. It's on and popping. Now, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Are you serious? Your bitch ass really just gonna piss right there? Go downstairs, nigga, if I whoop your ass. Now, with that being said, 2025 is here. And we're gonna have a conversation about what's coming out in the draft class shortly. But now, the first thing I want to do is take us to the members. Hold on, get up out of that. Go to members, and we're going to talk about the available teams right now. So if you are looking to join Madden, the real draft league, because we back, a lot of y'all stayed patient. Like you see the guys that's in the league, most of these guys stayed patient and waited through that first season because they know in real draft we usually start with the draft, and then from the draft we get it popping. But college football came out and took a lot of attention away from Madden. But now that we are connecting our double R league to the real draft league, now we have the information and the things we need to better proceed on doing something nobody else is doing. I can guarantee you that. So right now, as of right now, and some guys probably won't be active that's on teams right now, but we'll see how it goes. Right now, the New York Jets are coachless. The New England Patriots are coaches, and so are the Tennessee Titans are coachless. And if you want to join this league, you might want to do so now. If you know somebody, if you're a member in the league and you know somebody that want to come join the league, find out, get them over here. We got 3 teams that are unmanned right now, uncoached right now, and they're looking for dogs to come over here and do some things. With that being said, we will be going to re-sign. Now, if you look at the chat, I posted the schedule for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's schedule, for the most part, will change some, but nothing major will change. Like, we still going to be doing the draft tomorrow. Only thing now is stage 1 will be won't be until tomorrow, but we're going to run through stages 1, 2. We're going to skip stage 1 as we always do, go straight to stage 2 free agency. And instead of being hours from 8 p.m. from 5 p.m. Tuesday, I will open up stage 2, and we'll sit from stage 2 because the first 2 stages are the most important. So we'll sit at stage 2 from 5 p.m. to about 7:30, and then from there we'll go through stage 3, 4, and then we'll be drafting on schedule at 9 o'clock, no later than 9:15. So nothing else changes. We will be still drafting tomorrow. The only thing changed was the re-signing stage was supposed to be available yesterday, and it's going to be available tonight. Which, as soon as I'm done this show, we will be going to a re-sign stage. So we're going to have a lot of work done. Now let's get to why we're here right now. So let's talk about this 2024 season recap first. We got to go over what happened. As you can see, Hollywood, Sean, and the Super Bowl won against Drew. Shout out to Drew held the league down year 1. 43-16. Cleveland takes the trophy. Our yearly awards go to Joe Burrow, MVP of the league. All right, Coach Drew, the Saints coach, won Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year goes to wide receiver Justin Jefferson and Coach Rob. Defensive Player of the Year from the Browns, linebacker Devin Bush. Wide Receiver of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Cameron Kitchens, Miami, for the Rams. Balled out. They go your ball outs right there. All right, Cleveland again won the Super Bowl, and the MVP of the Super Bowl was Nick Chubb for the 2024 season. Now, while y'all here, let's get to it. All right, let's get to the quarterbacks that came out. Now, this isn't most guys that's downloading guys' rosters and all that stuff. This isn't that. You're not getting a downloaded roster. This is a hand-picked, done roster, editing myself on every player in this draft. Player likeness and their attributes all match what they were in college. Now, obviously, if a guy was a 97 in college, he's not coming out at 97 on a game. But we match who they are, not only just who they are in real life, as far as what type of players they are by doing our research on that. We also matching what they did in the college game, right? So all these guys coming that's in the draft this year came out in Double R, my college league. So every last one of these guys came out, and their rankings went from what they came out in the college league. So you might got guys that came out, like I'll give you a prime example. There's a quarterback that came out in the first round that probably wouldn't have been on most guys that downloaded somebody's rosters and up in their first round echelon. So you got guys that played their way into first round picks, played their way into getting drafted. Period. That's who's in this draft. All right. So we start out with quarterback, obviously Shedeur Sanders. Now, you're not seeing the order right now because I'm not showing you the real order of it right now. I'm just showing you what they have on here right now. All right. But this is not the real order. But I will tell y'all who the top 5 quarterbacks are. I will tell you who's top 5 at each position as we go through this conversation right now. So as you can see, Shedeur Sanders, Carson Beck, Dylan Gabriel comes out from Oregon. You got Curtis Rourke from Indiana. He played his way into a really good situation this year, not only in real life but on the game. Cam Ward, obviously Miami's quarterback. Jackson Dart, Ole Miss's quarterback. Jalen Milroe, Alabama's quarterback. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU's quarterback. And Riley Leonard, Notre Dame's quarterback. He actually plays himself into a higher draft pick too. Connor Wegman. No, this has got to be a fix. Connor Wegman was still in the league. He's still in college. I got to fix that. That's Texas State's quarterback. That's who he's supposed to be. All right, Jalen Daniels, obviously. You got Brady Cook, Missouri. You got Will Howard, Ohio State. DJ Uiagalelei. Now, most of y'all look at DJ Uiagalelei and think, but for Florida State, he actually took them to the playoffs and our Double R league, and he was a really good quarterback, right? So, Kyle McCord, Syracuse, Cade Klubnik, KJ Jefferson. You got Seth Hennigan from Memphis, Caden Salter, and Cam Rising. Now, again, these orders aren't the order these guys are coming out, and they won't be in that order. I will talk to you about who your top 5 quarterbacks are coming out in a second. I just want to go through positions and let you know who's in the draft right now. Ashton Genty, obviously, right? Quinshon Judkins, Devin Neal, Kansas running back. Most of y'all, if y'all watched him in real life, you've seen what he did to Colorado, knocking him out of the Big 12 championship. Ali Gordon, now in real life, he had a really, really down year, but on the game, he was still who he was. Trayvon Henderson, Amarion Hampton won the MVP his year last season, Double R, real rookie league. He was the MVP of the 2024 season. Kalen Mullings played really well for Michigan. Rashard Smith went off for SMU. Khalib Johnson, dog. All right, my verbiage tells you everything you need to know. Jaquindon Jackson, Arkansas's running back, big power back. Not just power though. He's the Arkansas transfer, so he's solid. Played quarterback to start his college career off, to be honest with you. Raheem Sanders, monster. Tajay Brooks, these Big 12 running backs are off the chain. Tajay Brooks, one of the better running backs in the draft. Phil Maffa had a down year. DJ Giddens had a solid year. Woody Marks for USC had a solid year. Kyle Managa for Rutgers, dog. Donovan Edwards, solid year. Corey Kiner for Cincinnati, solid year. RJ Harvey, dog. Penny Boone, solid. Armani Goodwin, transfer from LSU to UAB, solid. Montrell Johnson Jr., solid. Quentin Cooley, good. Trey Sanders, solid. You got Jarquez Hunter, Malik Sherrod, Fresno State, Jaden Ott, dog. Basul Tootin, Virginia Tech, dog. And Rodell Williams had a good year for Florida State. Let's look at the wide receiver room. All right, Tetris McMillan, dog. You already know. Burden, dog. Horn, dog. Emeka Ibuka, dog. LeJontay Western, dog. Ty Felton, dog. Trey Harris, dog. Jaden Higgins, dog. Ricky White, dog. Tez Johnson, Oregon, dog. Kobe Hudson, UCF, dog. Xavier Restrobo, whatever, how you ever say his name, super slot receiver, dog. Jack Breach for TCU, man. Antoine Wells, solid. Brennan Presley, solid. Dante Thornton Jr., solid. Theo Weiss Jr., nice number 2 receiver. Elijah Badger, Florida State's number 1. Torrey Horton, you know who he is. Will Shepard, solid. Savion Williams, dog. Eli Jennings, dog. You got Ja'Cory Brooks, Louisville, solid. Dominic Lovett, solid. He had a down year, but he's solid. Jalil Farouf, solid. Kobe Young, Georgia, solid. Should have been a dog, but Georgia didn't throw the ball really well year 1. Jerjuan Newton, Toledo, solid. Silas Bolden, Texas, solid. Zachary Franklin, dog. C.J. Daniels, dog. Arian Smith, meow. JoJo Early, meow. Dominic Blaylock, solid. Dakari Collins, solid. He had a solid season. Jake Smith, Arizona State, meow. Trayshawn Holden, solid. Moose Muhammad, Jacoby George, Miami. I want to say dog. E.J. Williams Jr. for Indiana. Dorian Singer. Jalen Noel. Colin Lacey, Louisville. Malik Benson had a crazy year for Florida State. Kyron Lacey, LSU. Rock Teller, dog. And that's not nobody. All right. Let's get to the tight end room. Colston Loveland, one of the best tight ends in the draft. Eli Stowers had a solid season. Vanderbilt, but still played really well. Tyler Warren, monster.
Where's my mom?
Appreciate you.
I didn't get no mom.
It's right here, bro. Like, Jesus. Fuck all that. Tyler Warren. Jake Brenningstool. Bryson Nebbit had a good year. You want to see. Ben Yurcek, Georgia. And the funny thing is, with Ben Yurcek, he came out really solid. But, right, you would think he got a classmate on here that could have been, but we'll see. Mitchell Evans, Notre Dame. Again, Terrence Ferguson, Oregon. Caden Prescorn. Malik Carr. G. Scott Jr., Ohio State. Gavin Bartholomew, Pittsburgh. C.J. Dipper, Alabama. Jalen Conyers, Texas Tech. Zavell Smalls, Colorado. Luke Leachy, Iowa. You got Gunnar Helm for Texas, played really well. Brant Keithy, I will probably say we'll get to it. Rivaldo Farewell. And then you're looking at Mason Tharp, 6'9", coming out this bitch. Let's get to it. All right. So as y'all, you can get the hint. You see how deep we are. So you're gonna, like, if you can't put a team together through this draft class, you are not good at doing anything. I'll just say it like that. Now let's talk about top 5. Obviously, when it comes down to quarterbacks. All right, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. I will call them 1A, 1B, to be honest with you. 1A, 1B. Then you're gonna look at Dylan Gabriel as the number 3 quarterback. And I'm in a real crisis right here between Rook and way down there, Caden Salton down there. All right, I'm in a real dilemma there. So I'm looking more like Sanders, Ward, Gabriel, Rourke, and then we going with Caden Salter way down at the bottom. He worked his way into the first round. Simple as that. So this is how you'll see it. Although Beck is a first round, worked his way into first round status, but my top five, I'm not including Beck. I think he made, I think he made the first round coming out of the Double R League because of his overall. I don't think he on field play deserved to be that at all. Gabriel went crazy. Like I'm going Sanders, Ward, Gabriel, then I'm going Caden Salter, and then Roke. I know I got him coming out of day three, but he's a sleeper. I like him. All right, running back room. Genty, obviously. All right, Genty went crazy. Juckins is definitely, I will call him the number two back. Production wise, he wasn't number two, but I'll call him the number two back in this. Ali Gordon, 3. Hampton, 4. And honestly, I will move Hampton to 2. I will go Genty, Hampton, Juckins. Ali Gordon will be the 4th running back. And RJ Harvey will be my 5th best running back in this draft. So RJ Harvey is number 5. Genty's 1. Hampton's 2. Juckins is 3. Ali Gordon is 4. And RJ Harvey will be the 5th best running back in this draft. Wide receivers. All right. Tetra McMillan for sure. Luther Burden will be number 2. The funny thing is, to me, Malik Benson is kind of up there as well because he had a really good year. But we're going to go my top 5 receivers. All right, I see it. All right, so we're going Tetris McMillan. I'll call him Tetris. McMillan, Burden, 1 and 2. Emeka Ibuka's 3. Trey Harris is 4. And Ricky White will be the 5th, in my opinion. Tight ends. Lovelace. We're going Warren is 1. Lovelace is 2. Brenning Stoll is 3. Keithy from Utah is 4. And then Nesbitt to me is 5. That's your top 5. O-line. Obviously, Will Campbell. The O-line, as you're looking at it right now, is exactly in the order they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Jack Nelson from Wisconsin is 5. Josh Simmons, Georgia. Kelvin Bank Jr. could actually be number 2. Irsay will be number 3. And Will Campbell is number 1. Guard. Donovan Jackson, Scurry, right in the order they are in. Pear, Hell, Gilly. Mays, Monheim, Bayer, Smith, and Logan Jones, Iowa, your top 5. Guards, Luke Kendra. Ratliff is 1. Kendra will be, I would think Lampkin is 2. Kendra is 1. Lampett is 2. Ratliff is 3. And then I will go with Kobe. Yep, Kobe, there we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where my boy at? I'm missing some line. There you go. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 right here. They not in that order right now. They in right now, but they the top 5, obviously. All right, right tackles. I'm going number 1, Arizona's John Savanea. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, defensive ends. Obviously, James Pierce Jr. is number 1. Can you get off my fucking joist, my charger, my boy? God damn. Thank you. All right, the defensive end class is pretty solid. Some really good talent, nice speed on these DNs, and really solid guys, right? But if I'm going to go, my top five is obviously Pierce is number one. I think you got to look at Birch. Then Stewart, Shamar Stewart, number two. Birch is number three. Josiah Stewart from Michigan is number four. And I'm going to go with Antoine Powell Ryland, number four. Wait, is that him? Yeah. Yep. That's him. Nope. That's him. Yep, that's him. Is number five. At right ends, Jack Sawyer is number one. He jumped up to number one for me. Mikal Williams is number two, and he's a tweener. He could play outside linebacker or middle linebacker. I mean, or defensive end. So that's a good thing. K'Mon Ruckers from the had a really good year. That's number three. So Sawyer one, Williams two, Ruckers three, and then Umalalale is four. And then I'm coming down here to either Dayon Hayes, that's five, or Tyler Barron from Miami. So I would go 5A, 5B with them two. The D tackle room, it don't get no better than what it already looked like for you. So the top three are already in order. Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan. And then Tyleek Williams. And here's my fifth one, Simeon Berrien. Simeon Berrien Jr. is number five from Miami. Left outside linebackers, MJ Sherman, JJ Weaver, Oliver. So Howard, listen, Howard Perkins is number one at outside linebacker for me. Kaiser for Notre Dame is number two. I got Sherman is number three. One, two, three, four. Karen Reed worked his way up my board. He's four. And then we're going to go Jalen McCall, more of a cover linebacker. So if I could probably put him, we'll go Oliver. And McLeod. I'll go Oliver then McLeod. At middle linebacker, Lawson is that guy. But then you're looking at Stutzman from Oklahoma. I think he's in my top five. He's not two, but he's in my top five. So I'm going to go Lawson, Small Munden, Stutson. Then I'm coming back and I'm looking at Cody Simon, Ohio State, nice, but not that nigga. Marlo Wax, Hippolyte. It might be in the order. I actually like Carson Bruner. I think he's gonna work his way up that draft board, so he'll be five. So here go my order. It'd be Lawson one, Munden two, Stutzman three. Then I'm going down here to Bruner four, and then probably Simon five. Yep, Simon five at middle linebacker. All right, Barrett Carter and Jamon Dumas Johnson are one and two for sure. Nick Jackson from Iowa, solid as fuck. He number three. But I'm going to pick Bass at four and Tor at five. Mohamed Tor from Rutgers will be your top five outside linebackers from the right outside linebacker spot. Now let's get to the crazy corner. Obviously, Travis Hunter is 1. Will Johnson is 2. Now, this is interesting right here because Takari Davis could be in number 3, but I'm not going with him number 3. Let's slide down right here because y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? Yes, sure, there's some good niggas, but we gonna come down here. So here's your number 3, obviously, right? And then I'm going with 4 and 5. Watch this. It's not gonna be who y'all think it's gonna be. Quincy Riley for Louisville will be number 4. Where my boy at? See, Tommy could tackle though, so he could be 5. I'm gonna say Burke and Muhammad is your 5A, 5B. Some really good corners, fellas. At the safety position, you're looking at Malachi Starks at 1 for sure. Xavier Watts is number 2 for me. I got Andrew Mabuka number 3. Where he at? I'm looking for my guy. One, 2, 3, 4. No. Starks is 1. Watts is 2. Castro is 3. Makuba 4, and Moore is 5. At strong safety, you're looking at Jonas Sanker is the number 1 safety in the whole draft. Malachi Moore, Mike Grant, Barron, Justin Barron. It's the funny thing because Jada Barron to me can play safety or corner, so I will move him up to number 2 because he can play anywhere in the secondary. So because of that, I will move him to number 2. But who's creeping up my board for sure is Hunter Waller from Wisconsin. I'm gonna put him at 3. Then I'm coming back and I'm looking at Billy Bowman. Let's go Billy Bowman 3, Waller 4, and then we're gonna finish off with Frailer at 5. He's a dog. 6'2". He like 6'2", 230. A dog. At number 5. All right, and that's your top 5 players. If you ain't gonna remember, you better come back to this video and watch again. Top 5 players at each position. As I see it, and hits the Guru mock draft, and that's who's coming. And that's the entire class. That's who's coming out. And as you can see, let's go look at some shit right here. So when the league first started, as you can see, Shador. We're just looking at the top 5 right now, right? Shador Sanders, left end James Pierce Jr., Shamar Stewart, supposed to be going to New England Patriots. This was during the first mock draft. DeJounte Wester, he was having a great year early on for Colorado. And then Jimmy Horn started balling the hell out. And then BJ Green he led the whole college in sacks in Double R. Then your number 2 mock draft came Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Wester, and James Pierce. Then your mock draft 3 got Shador and Travis going to prime time. ATL, James Pierce Jr., Will Campbell, and LaJohntay Wester. Are you starting to see a pattern? Mock draft 4, Shador Sanders and Cam Ward. Who would do that? Why would they pick both of them? Starting to see. I only want y'all to look at these mock drafts as who keeps popping up in your top 5. Shamar Stewart, Travis Hunter. And we ain't get the mock draft 5 yet. All right. All right. So within the next like 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes, like I'm about to probably do it right now. We're actually going to do it right now. We're going to move to re-sign stage, and we're going to sit here till tomorrow at around 5 p.m. and then we're going to go to the second stage of free agency. I'm going to skip the first stage, second stage of free agency, and we'll sit there till about 7:30, and then we'll finish the rounds 3, 4, and then be ready to draft at 9. All right, man, the season is here. Again, we usually start with the draft and real draft, but we had to let the first season play out while we go through seasons in the college football to better get our classes together. Now we're here. Now, let's get to it. Who going to win it now when everybody playing? That's all I'm going to say. With that being said, I'm Ant History Franchise Guru. Your first real talk was a mock draft. We'll talk about it. Holla at you.